Hi, everybody. So, I'm going to do another soul rebirth journey, and this one's for Carrie today. Um, okay, just trying to calm myself down here. I've been preparing, re-preparing. There's quite a lot to cover here. So, okay, I need to just align with my spirit guides and then we'll figure this one out here. Okay, so they're telling me to relax. I'm sort of like jammed up because there's a lot of uniqueness going on here, a lot of exploration. So Carrie's had quite a dynamic life full of all kinds of chaos, particularly with just unbelievable family related experiences, just really poor like just a really just unbelievable experiences. It's just not right, over and over and over and over and over again. Like, when is it going to go away? So this exploration is going to consist of definitely releasing the soul of what is really hard memories from a mother and father who just were not did not know how to love properly. And so that really created a lot of pain for the soul and the soul memories. And now you have this echo of all these times when, and it just wasn't right. And it just won't go away. These bad memories just echo and they echo and they echo and they won't go away. And they leave us frustrated and just not balanced. That has to get healed. So we're going to do that. There's also quite a unique variety of different experiences where I'm going to heal the female sexual organs, particularly from what was just not a very good relationship, and then an abortion that ended up taking place, and just the whole experience just was not good. It was really, I mean, I don't know how you're still standing. I don't know how your whole life experience, it just gives us all a reason to appreciate our life so much more. So there's just so many things. So you also have this birth defect. So you have one hand that's smaller than the other hand, and that's really been hard for you to accept. And then there's also a skin ailment, some real severe issues with psoriasis, which you're taking special shots now to keep that under control. But that has also caused some real serious challenges for you. And then your issue with ear infections. So we're going to do that. And there's lots of different memories here. There's so many memories that you've shared with me of just times when. And so we got to kind of find a way to create pockets where we can find these emotional, we have to create pockets where we can go into these as sort of an emotional experience. And this area is related to with family, and this area is related to with this. So I'm just gonna let spirit sort of gravitate me through everything. I want to talk a little bit about the spiritual gifts because they're really unique and special. Carrie's favorite color is purple. So that's really aligned with Usui Reiki, just the violet flame. So I'll be really happy to use purple to heal you. And then obviously the heart shape in the picture is really appropriate. So loves purple. So we're gonna do that. You have some dogs. You have a love for dogs, like a massive, extensive love for dogs. So we're going to have Sabrina and Pee-wee, your pets from your past, come visit us. Pee-wee's got a really special memory in your heart. And there was some tragedy in the way that he was put down, which has caused you a lot of pain and suffering, and just memories of how your father had done that was really inhumane and unkind. It just really broke your heart, because that was your favorite ever dog. Like, that was your favorite dog. That's big. And so I want to heal. I want to do some healing with that too. So then we also have this word flibbertigbit. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Let me go over here. Flibbertigbit. Okay, now we know. These awesome illustrations from this Three Little Pigs book. You said that they're really creepy, but you haven't been able to stop thinking about them. So we'll just see if we can find out some information related to that. There's something here with this. This blue butterfly, which I've never seen this in real life, but apparently the really beautiful. The way that the color and the wings are and all of that. So let's get started, right? Like revving up the engines here. Let's get going on this one. There's a lot. So they're starting off here showing me Carrie as, what is it? Oh, what is a young girl growing into a young woman, even into a teenager trying to process all of this? What was this massive just chaos? Just so much loud energy of just trying to destroy you. It's just the only way I can describe the digestion of the sounds and the way that you were treated is just loud, just constantly in your head, and you yourself are filled with all these sort of echoing memories that they're just, I don't know, they're just sort of eating you alive constantly. You're just trying to find a way to override them. So we're starting there, they're saying. They're talking about this body, sort of the way that you've developed from a girl into a woman, seeing yourself as a feminine expression and finding that that you are an attractive woman. And then how do you create a balance? Is just there's just some wisdom here related to this. So let me just balance here some more. I'm actually just going to go into the scene where I see you standing here. You're looking away from me. I'm touching you on your shoulder. There's something happening here. Something much bigger. We're supposed to raise the vibration of everything. We're supposed to raise the vibration above all of these sounds, all of these noises, all of these people who are way down here on the bottom trying to put you down, literally put you down, and now put you down at their level, right? So we're raising you above all of that. We're literally like putting you in the orb that goes above all of that, even above the reflection of you that was a younger woman trying to relate to all of this that can't. We have to literally get you out of here because there's some part of your present day expression that is still in conjunction with the past, and that has to get healed. You got to get relief from that. That's huge. When you get all that noise out of your head, oh my gosh, what are you going to do? You're going to be like, whoa, what's quiet feel like? I guess I kind of freaked out because it's kind of quiet around here. That is what all this noise is. Just I don't know how you're not gonna know what quiet sounds like until all this stuff is out of there. I mean, for me to be in there, it's like, oh my God, the volume is just outrageous. So they're really wanting to focus on really raising the vibration beyond just really, I don't know how to define it, beyond what is our human perception of what could be or what is. Really raise it upward. Really raise Carrie upward into the light in order to heal her. Sort of not even sure where to begin here. I've already begun, but it's just so massive. It's just sort of like dumbfounding me. So you need a minute here to see where we go next. I'm still in this space here, seeing you as a sort of a teenager, and then this other version of you is just sort of like a mini you, and then this mini you is just in a little bubble, just going up, up, up and away. So that's all I'm seeing right now. That's all they're showing me. I'm literally growing like rocket arms out of my body, and they're mechanical, and I'm blasting upward, like in Toy Story, the guy who blasts upward. I can't think of his name right now. But that's what I'm doing. There's some things about this. I'm literally supposed to follow the dreamlike sequence. So I'm just supposed to tell you everything that comes. So I'm literally, you in the bubble going upward, you in the space. I'm blasting above all of you, and I'm blasting upward off into space. That's what they're saying. Something about a stork and the stork catching me. The stork has a netting or something. The stork is actually flying in outer space. It literally has like a fishing net in his beak. There's something about this bird in particular that it would be a stork. So we always see the stork that brings the babies. It kind of makes me think of Dumbo, you know, in the cartoons. There's something a lot more peaceful way up here. They're saying that I was so discombobulated or flibbertigibited, way down there with all that noise. I had to go way up so I could get out of that like raging sound, so I could feel at peace and be able to figure out how to effectively heal you. Even I myself can't do it while I'm in that atmosphere. It's too loud and obnoxious. The behaviors are just so absurd. I mean, just so absurd. But that is what their reflection of normal or appropriate. They could not, they honestly could not get it through their thick heads that how terrible they were behaving. They just couldn't figure it out. They were so wrapped up in their own problems, in their own world, and their own perceptions of what the truth is. I mean, there really are people that are really wrapped up in their perceptions of what the truth is so badly that they can't even see how much harm they're doing to others, because all they want is for themselves to feel relief. And now that becomes absolutely selfish. And they can't even understand that. It's sort of like, knock, 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 hello, you're not acting right and you're hurting other people's feelings. Some people really can't seem to figure it out, you know? They're talking about me. I will be examining mother and father specifically. We will see what their souls are looking like. So I'm in outer space as this guy. Just hanging out here. Sort of taking a picnic in the clear, in this space up here. Something about swimming and relaxing up here. Something about really peaceful feelings. It's like relief. I mean, how often do you feel this way, Carrie? You need to know what this feels like every day, all day long. They want me to fill you with this sensation so it can help you understand what this feels like. This is part of the healing. I'm actually filling this orb that you're in, and you're going upward. So I'm actually focusing and filling this orb that you're in with all this peaceful energy, okay? This orb wants to go upward, but it's still sort of stuck in the memories and stuff. Still stuck in that war zone of sounds, just chaos, just weird behavior surround you. You're like the most normal person. This like weird freaky circus of just crazy. So I'm simultaneously in outer space while I'm also simultaneously standing here, and I'm holding the orb where you are, and I'm focusing now on filling it. I just want to do this for a minute. So I'm actually going to cut my hands, and it's something about doing the action in the physical makes me feel more like I'm doing it in the spiritual. I'm doing it in two places. So just let me focus here. I'm just... So... You just need to focus. You're saying I'm making an effective impact. I really have to focus on this. This is a big deal. This part is a really big deal. I need like 5 minutes of this. This is huge. I'm doing all kinds of work as I'm doing this. I'm not just putting my hands on the orb. I'm actually saying Reiki words. I'm focusing on filling it with Kundalini Reiki energy. I'm filling it with plant energy. I'm filling it with high vibrations. I'm filling it with all kinds of stuff. So I'm not just sitting here doing this. I'm actually filling it with every creative thing I can come up with that is a reflection of love, nature, healing, healthiness, natural vibrations that are, this is not a reflection, this war zone space here, that is not a reflection of real love. That is a reflection of the complete opposite. It's just so loud and imbalanced. It's just insane. So I'm still working here. As I'm working, I'm supposed to describe that you literally have legs popping out of this orb. Somehow this orb is how you, it's almost like you would go into a space and tune everything out as the only way that you could survive this lifetime. It's almost like this person, this teenage version of you, literally popped into like a mini reflection of you, popped into an orb, and you just stayed in the orb where it was the only means you had in order to sort of drown out the noises. It's almost like you turned it off or tuned it out, but it was still heard and felt by you. But this was the only way you could literally survive. So you're just in this orb, but this is the wisdom that I'm meant to be sharing right now, and this healing is working. But there's more to be told of this. There's something about you coming out of this orb and actually standing here, seeing this, not in the orb where you're safe, right? But actually in the chaos, seeing it, choosing to acknowledge it in a way that is different, and then walk away from it is really what this feels like is going to happen. But we'll just see how this pans out. So, I mean, that's how it feels as a human being, and as this, in a channeled state, that's how this feels. But let's see how this pans out. So this is another thing. You rocketing off into space as a means to try to find relief from this. You actually were trying to attain a space where there wasn't this blasting noise in your ears. Oh my gosh, it's just, I can't imagine I don't know how you survived this. It's just so loud. And so you would have these methods, even going into space, outer space, just trying to find a means to create something that's not that vibration. It's just like nails on chalkboard type of just driving me nuts sound. So you had these methods for trying to attain that. Still, you digested all those noises, and they're still echoing through your spiritual atmosphere. Even I'm like on the edge because of it. I can still feel it. It's pretty hardcore. So this is part of the work I'm to be doing. You grew legs out of this orb, but you haven't grown out of it entirely. You just sort of have a bubble from the hips up around your little mini body. Your little mini you that's just in the little bubble, trying to just protect yourself from all the sounds. You also sort of like to rocket off into space and just try to find a way to tune it out. So they're asking me if I feel like I'm effectively healing you, and I say yes, absolutely. Part of the healing is part of the healing involves us seeing things, involves us talking about things. That's part of the healing. Part of the healing is effectively altering vibrations and creating changes through the energy field itself. And they're telling me that this is correct. So, okay. There's a new image trying to come, but it hasn't quite come through yet. There's some sort of, I don't know. It's trying to come through, but it hasn't come through yet. It looks like an animal of some kind. It's making me feel pretty tired to see it. It's making me feel almost deliriously tired. And there's sort of, I'm asking, is it Pee-wee or is it Sabrina? They're not saying anything yet, but there's something about a dog barking, protective dog to help you at this time in your life. Dog that you could go to help you share peace or love with you, as a means also for you to deal with these sort of energetic sounds. It's just gonna be a minute. The energy is like really heavy right now. Just take a minute for it to pass through. This is just an energetic change, and so I just feel them in different ways, but this one's really heavy, like wanting to put me to sleep. This is something to it's just about said put me down, just put me down. Something about that. Ugh, man, I can't hardly keep myself up. Come on now, energy, hurry up. You can't force it. You just have to wait. Ugh. I'm just waiting here. There's something about Sabrina here too. There's something about there's more dogs here than we know. All I can describe is sort of like a dog pound. Like there's just like all of the dogs love you. All the dogs love you. I'm like kind of in a delirious way. I just even feel like barking at you. It's like all the dogs love you. We all love you. I'm like the dog that's just barking, that's telling I love you, and I won't stop. It's like dogs communicate by like I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Like that's all. It's like when they see their master, their owner, just their tail wags to say I love you, their bark says I love you. They're just I love you, I love you, I love you. There's That's how this feels. It feels like I'm just surrounded by barking dogs that are just saying I love you, I love you. Um, it's really wild. It's really animal-y. It's really like I can't get close enough to you, and I can't sniff you good enough. My tail isn't wagging hard enough. I need to get closer to you. I can't smother you with enough kisses. I need to eat your face off, like, but in the loving dog way, like slick, lick, lick. I just need to get in there. I need to just get into your body. They're not happy unless they're actually inside of your body. Like dogs that love you, they just can't get close enough. That's this dog feeling. So happy. They're just. I can't even believe I'm experiencing what it's like to be a dog right now. They're just like jumpy. They can't help it. I don't want. It's like that's their natural instinct. Um, there's a jumpy dog. That's really excited right now. But I don't know that it's Pee-wee or not. But I'm just experiencing the dog energy of just loving you so much. This love energy was so necessary because this dog love energy has a way of eating away at the acidity of all that chaos. And no wonder you were so sad when Pee-wee died, because Pee-wee was so good at helping provide the peace that you needed to keep you sustained. That chaos was just overwhelming and just absurd. It's just so absurd, all these experiences you had that just don't, I mean, it was just really insanely absurd. It's like, how come you were literally picked out to be that person who had the most non-stop absurd experiences, one after the other, after the other, after the other, from birth on, just one another, it's just crazy. This is this dog energy. I'm just filling this space that I'm seeing you in, and you in the bubble with the feet coming out. And I'm filling this space with all these barking dogs. It's like all the dogs, not just Pee-wee and Sabrina, but it's just like all the dogs, and it just feels doggy, in the doggy love way. It's not like their souls are talking to me; it's like their dogs talking to me. Barking everywhere, and barking, but they're like barking, "I love you," and then just lifting and healing this atmosphere. It's a reflection of just you absorbing in too much of this. So this is working. This is a big deal. This is actually doing some big time work right now. It's definitely altering the vibration massively. Everything feels even more stalled out. It felt more fluid when I started, like I could hear the sounds of just acidic cat, just, the awful side of it all. But with all these dogs barking, it just lifts that, so I can't hear that, and instead I hear I love you all over the place. By like millions of dogs. It like literally feels like just so many dogs. But they can't stop moving. They're like wiggle worms. And there's like hordes of wiggle worms all over in this room. Dog wiggle worms, butt moving, tail wagging dogs, licking dogs, loving dogs. That's what it's all like. Just dog chaos, love dog chaos. That's what this is like. They just fill the room with love dog chaos. And just allowing this to happen until they show me the next thing. I'm filling this room. It's like a living room or something. And you literally, it's sort of like you as a teenager just stalled out in this living room. This is my perception of you as a teenager. It doesn't mean this is exactly what you look like. That I have to go with something. So this is what I'm experiencing. And there you are with interactions with your mother specifically. I haven't seen your dad in here yet, but there's a feeling like your dad is around the corner, but there's definitely your mother here, and there's just like a I don't want to look at her, you know what I mean? I don't want to make eye contact with her. I don't want to see her. I don't want, just leave me alone. It just get away from me. And sort of this, even the doggy barking is really helping this whole scene. It's stopping that sort of animated interaction and making it sort of stalled out like your mannequins. So it is changing the vibration, but there's a reason why I'm to be focusing on this woman that is standing here. Because before it was really, I was only at the height that you are, with the bubble that's trying to go upward, and then that's all I could see. But now I'm able to sort of see that this is like a living room space of a house, and then there's an old woman here. This would just be my interpretation of what your mother looked like. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm telling you viewers this too, because when you spiritually heal people, you align yourself with the vibration, and then you use the tools that help you make sense of things. And it's just your opinion. We live in an infinite universe. That's the fun part about it. So just because I don't know exactly what your mother looks like, Carrie, doesn't mean that I can't connect with her through my own unique style of doing it. Spirit does not screw this thing up. If I say I want to connect with Carrie's mother, Spirit says, okay, we know exactly who you're talking about. We know what your tension is. We know what we're working with here. My spirit guides are not going to have me contact, some alien in outer space. I'm going to contact Carrie's mother. So in this soul rebirth journey, I'm experiencing a version of an older female woman, a motherly figure. So that is who I label Carrie's mother. But there's also an experience here that is really hard to make eye contact with her. So there's more work to do here. There's somebody who wants to come in on the scene. He's sort of a dashing guy, but I can't quite make him out. He's sort of just flying in like Thor from outer space, red cape, black outfit, coming down type of thing. But I can't, he's just blurry. I can't really make him out very well. He's coming down. I don't know. He could be a dark entity. I can't understand it because he's blurry. He's really blurry. But he seems to have a red cape and a black outfit, but I can't understand it. And I've seen a Thor-like man. He looks just like Thor. I've seen him in my own life doing things to heal me. I've taken him on other soul rebirth journeys. There's real Thor out there, I'm telling you. It's really cool. Who doesn't want Thor to come into their life? Hi, Thor. It's so cool. I would love to meet you, Thor. This is where I live. He already knows, I guess. He's already visited me just in a spiritual way, just to help me heal me on a few occasions. So I'm just waiting for this to manifest with clarity. There's a reason things are out of focus here. There's a reason for this. Everything I see, there's a reason for it, why it is exactly like this. Therefore, there's a reason too why I think he looks like Thor. There's something about a dashing man coming in when you're 16 and he looks like Thor, and it's like, yeah, Thor, take me away. Get me out of here. There's something about that too. Something about nurturing that part of you as a teenage girl, even but it's sort of real true love is something that heals us all from all types of chaos. It helps us get through all types of chaos. So even relationships is just whatever we can do to keep going through life, wherever life takes us. And it can really take you down some winding pathways through chaos woods, and then on the other side some new winding pathway, and it feels like you're never going to get out of this nightmare, but you'll find a way. Just hang in there, right? Carrie has hung in there. Carrie is still with us, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're here with us. You're a real spokesperson for a strong woman. So I'm just going to try something. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm just going to see Carrie as Wonder Woman. And there's Thor with Carrie. Something about this. I just want to see what happens. Because you're like a Wonder Woman. You're like an amazing woman. This is right for you. This is all a part about raising the vibration and even being able to rocket off into space or being able to do things that are beyond natural. To see yourself as a Wonder Woman is really appropriate. It's a high vibration of a female who's just impressive, beyond normal females. Can do amazing things that just seem even impossible. But you can do the impossible. You did this life up into the, I mean, you did the impossible. Just reading your story is really amazing. It still hasn't brought clarity, but you sure there she is on the scene. Wonder Woman is on the scene. But I tried to turn you into Wonder Woman, but there's still something about you that is not transforming yet. We still have this orb with the feet out of it. We still have this mirage of dogs barking, I love you. But they're sort of in a different layer of the scene because they're kind of invisible, although their energy is definitely there. And they're like breathing and their tongues are out and they just tongues flapping to dogs that just so excited. So I'm not actually seeing them in the living room, but I'm also, in a mirage way, seeing them in the living room. I know that they're there barking, I love you. There's something about this scene. I'm still working with it. I'm supposed to do something here. I'm supposed to do something that has that is an honest reflection of love here. I'm literally going to choose to look Thor in the eyes. I'm going to choose to do this. I don't know why, but there's something about this. Some real love, a real loving connection, real loving bonded connection. I don't know what it is. Something is stalled out about this whole scene. I'm still working on it. Hasn't come to me yet. I might just let this one rest for a minute while I go explore some other things. I know we need to focus on your mother. We need to do a bunch of stuff here. So I'm just gonna go. This is one scene. I'm gonna go start exploring a whole new thing. I need to go I'm asking my spirit guides to show me. I'm asking your spirit guides. I'm asking all of our spirit guides. I'm asking a bunch of angels in heaven to come with me. I'm asking all the X-Men and all the Avengers. You're coming with me. Let's just make this really fun and exciting too. Let's get Gandalf the White and let's get Gimli and let's get like all the Hobbit folk and let's just have some fun with this and make it exciting and full of joy and laughter. Dogs are just so high vibrational, just I love you. Like, let's get a bunch of fun I love you type of energies and let's just go to your mother and we'll release her from your spiritual atmosphere. And we will also go to your father as well. I have my A team here and I've got them all. I got my X-Men team. I got my Hobbit team. Lord of the Rings team. So there's something about glowing eyes right now, eyes to glow into the darkness. I'm supposed to see that she's not as big of something, still trying to see her still. There's some sort of darkness here. I'm asking for light to enter into the darkness in order that I may see. There's something about her crying inside. We will see everything there is to see here, Carrie. So just let me. I'm still trying to locate. So give me a minute here. I'm entering sort of an odd land. There's a super stair. So I was like in a dark orb, and I'm in like an escalator going down to a land. It's like a magical kingdom or something. There's a castle in the distance. There's land here. This is serious. There's something underneath this ground here. There's something about this ground is hiding something deeper underneath of it. Trying to show us something pretty, but underneath is something different. So, I'm supposed to just tell you what I see. This is gonna be kind of weird. There's this very sickly woman here. And she doesn't have any hair at this time. She's kind of creepy looking. She has sort of like an odd tumor that is literally like alive, and it's going all over her body. I can see it right under the skin. She's just sort of deformed. She doesn't know how to communicate properly. She herself has got some real twisted stuff. Like her soul was, something about her soul was not, had experienced some imbalance as well. So it's trying to find a way to balance itself out again, but cannot. I mean, the soul literally is a reflection of just some, I don't know how to describe this. I'm just looking at this right now. I feel like I'm somehow inside your mother's soul right now. Inside her female body, her uterus even. There's something. This whole thing is just, I'm supposed to be honest. My spirit guides are saying, you need to say exactly as you see, Abby, and don't hide the truth. Sometimes I see stuff and it's like, I don't want to say what I just saw. Like, you have to tell. The only way I can describe it is she's very ill. Her soul is very ill in a twisted, sick circus type of way. And it's all freaky in her uterus. She's doing weird things on a creepy, like, old rocking chair. And there's an odd ball or some growth just moving around her, under her skin. They're asking me if I think I can effectively heal her. And I say, of course I can. When you enter into these spaces with unconditional love, now freaky and whatever the human eyes are going to see, or whatever the human emotions are going to feel, or whatever this means, it's just you take it, you set it over here, and now you enter it with the sort of the alignment of Jesus is really what you do. Jesus is a reflection of unconditional love, transformation, healing, and total balance. I mean, grounded and totally balanced. So they're asking me if I'm calling Jesus now to enter, or do I want the X-Men? It's like, X-Men are fun, come on now. But there's something appropriate about this. There's something like all of this energy is still a part of this work, but I am starting to feel like there's something more sacred, and I need to be aligning with some sort of more sacred vibration as I explore this. Some sort of root, some sort of much darker entity coming out of the ground at the base of this rocking chair. Literally like a skeleton master. I'm here with Jesus too, and Jesus' white sort of gown that he wears, I've seen it, and is glowing, literally glowing. So we're creating, we need to create a sacred space here. So Jesus and I are going to plant a seed. And we're not, there's no need for me to be worried about the skeleton man. He's really here. He's really manifest. It's sort of like it's filling this uterus of hers, where the creepy woman in the rocking chair, is literally filling with all kinds of skeleton ghost entities. It's really quite dark about all of this. So, Jesus and I are literally, I'm actually taking my orb, a spiritual version of it, and then using it as a seed of love, and I'm planting it underneath her chair. There's something down, there's something way down there. There's a really deep root in conjunction with this. Her soul is begging to be helped. I'm sorry that you endured this, Carrie. I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm going to help your mother, and part of healing her is going to heal her from your spiritual atmosphere too. There's just these, I'm creating an orb around myself and telling these skeletons that they're not allowed to enter my spiritual atmosphere. And Jesus and I are in this orb together, and Jesus's light is literally just creating a blinding light. It just, I'm not tolerant of it. I'm just letting him know from the start. We are literally where I planted this orb. It literally was like acid that just ate away at this floor, which is a reflection of negative energy, can't tolerate a positive energy. So it literally just sank and created a massive hole, and there's something way down here. So I need to go downward. We're like in an elevator going down. This had to be done, Carrie. This is massive. To do this healing is going to be massively healing you because of the soul connections. This has to get healed. This is the only way to properly release this. I can't just boot her out and kick her out and say, no, I literally have to heal her vibration in order to heal it in your spiritual atmosphere. Jesus and I are going downward. There's quite a dark space down here. She had some very weird sexual dysfunctions. You had mentioned that, but that is correct about her. She really did. She was not sure how to. She could not on her life figure out how to behave correctly, and wherever it stemmed from, it really created real sexual malfunctions that she could not. It just. She couldn't find the proper balance, energy, vibration balance. She's just like a. There's a lot going on here with this, with her soul really needing help. I'm sorry it got taken out on you in this lifetime, because some souls literally, we're all exploring an infinite universe, and souls on their soul journey can transform into some sick souls, basically souls that are really sick, and then they try to heal themselves in these lifetimes, and then they take their sick behaviors out on others. It's just this just twisted. Carrie's mother was just extremely manipulative, vocally abusive, just created scenarios that put Carrie in really awkward, uncomfortable situations, put her down in like very severe ways, just like a real kind of a wicked witch. I mean, I don't mean to say that about your mother, but I don't know how else to define her so other people can understand that she was extremely harmful to you, extremely damaging to you. But she herself could not control her. She didn't know how. I don't know how to define that. She literally could not. Her soul is trying to create a fix of this, and it doesn't know how. So I'm still going downward. There's a space here, and then it's sort of like we see the space and we're going down. There's a flooring here, but somehow we just see the space and we're going even below that flooring. We're going way down. There's something extremely deep down here. How do we even define it? What I'm seeing down here. This is sort of like the stop. There's some sort of sickly looking plant down here. It's sort of an ill flower. This flower is, if I touch it, as in, just say, a hi or I love you or something kind in my touch, it instantly just like a mouth is trying to bite my hand. The flower is just really on the edge. Doesn't know how to feel properly, love properly. There's some energies manifesting here. Some light beings manifesting here. There's some other entities coming out of the ground. My goodness. This is a pretty big deal. I am to do work with I'm just sharing love with these entities. It's just a massive sort of energies that just look like dark men, men of a dark light. It's just what they look like. Cryan also kind of looks like this, but he's not. I can tell the difference somehow. These are not Cryan. These are just some darker entities that are of an ill vibration that's just been harboring here for a while. For quite a while. I see a reflection of her down here crying too. On this weird rocking chair. She just cannot give up. She's even trying to knit herself something. It's just like kind of creepy. It's just like just come up with a creepy thing and then that's what's going on here. Some creepy thing and that's what this is. So this whole space is almost like a demon entity. It's just they're asking me if I am in if she is a demon. I'm definitely in her spiritual atmosphere, and there's something quite monstrous about this space. They're saying I am. They're asking me if I feel uncomfortable with that, and I say no, because I'm filling her spiritual atmosphere with unconditional love. Jesus and I are here together, and we are channeling the light from the source in order to help her spiritual atmosphere transform and rebirth in the light. And they're saying, so you desire to rebirth her soul. So I'm saying yes. I can do that by just filling it with unconditional love and light, and then filling it with Reiki healing. Spirit guides really want to showcase that your mother's soul carry is actually filled with quite a lot of other attachments. All of these other attachments are part of her spiritual atmosphere, and her soul then has these sort of darker entities all entwined in her spiritual atmosphere, and that again makes you kind of nutty, makes you kind of psycho. It's hard to, how do you release? She's got lots and lots of dark entities in here. That hole in the upper surface layer with all those creepy skeleton energies just floating around in there while she's sort of creepy up there. And I'm going down, down, down. And even in the depths of her soul, there's quite some dark stuff down here. So her spiritual atmosphere is quite dark. So we just need to transform it. We need to just get all the bats out of the cave, and then heal it. So I'm giving a gift to your mother, and it is true unconditional love and healing for her spiritual atmosphere. I'm envisioning that all of this is standing before me in a physical form, a reflection of your mother, also in conjunction with her spirit. So I'm giving her a gift, which is snakes, red snakes, one in the right, one in the left foot, and they go upward. This has really been effective. I really like doing this. I really like using snake energy in order to heal people. So I'm using Kundalini Reiki as a gift of the snake, right? And the snake is a reflection of rebirth as its own. So I'm also calling in my higher self, Mother Snake, to enter the scene, and then we'll just see what happens here. Mother Snake always enters the scene as this like red vapor, a woman in a red vapor. She's covered in snakes on her back, and she's very serious about the work she does. She's very compassionate though too. She's sort of really dynamic way of she just knows what to do. So I like seeing her in action. It's like, go get her, Mama Snake. She's gonna do some really cool things. I just know it. So. She's coming in as a really massive form, bigger than this whole space, bigger than everything, actually busting through the seams of this space. She's like disappointed that I'm choosing to see myself so tiny when I can just be bigger than this entire spiritual atmosphere and then just heal it as a tiny orb, and then just get this done and over with. It's like, you know what? I didn't even quite understand that I was in her spiritual atmosphere. I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm a human being. Just calm down. See what I have to deal with these spirit guides and stuff. Higher self is talking to me. But everything is also in a version of love. She's sort of smiling after this too, because she understands. She knows I'm a human being. So it's almost like she's teasing me in like a weird Mother Snake style. I'm gonna get you back, Mother Snake. I don't know. Okay, so she's just handling this business, I guess. She seems to just want to vacuum all this dirtiness up into the air. She's actually breathing it all into her body. And then for some reason, the snakes on her backside are sort of exhaling the old. They're sort of transforming it through her souls, like digesting it and transforming it. Sort of the gift of the snake is to be able to ingest and then rebirth through the I don't know, it's weird. She's transforming the energy through her own force field, through her own body, through her own expression. she's literally like about like developing, like she's developing a, okay, the only way to describe this is she ingested all that stuff, right? Snakes breathe out some puffs of stuff. She is now showing that she is pregnant, and she's going to rebirth the soul. This is how it is showcasing itself to me. This is what is happening. This is a reflection of rebirth for your mother's soul. It's kind of interesting because there was some weird sexual energy there, but to be able to become in complete balance, we have to start from a newborn, and then she can be reborn in order to be aligned with a whole new pathway of her own expression. This is really a good thing that we're doing this, Carrie. It's almost like you opted to do this lifetime with her, and all the chaos, because somewhere along the line we were meant to cross paths, and we were going to try and help your mother. It's almost like your and I's soul like kind of knew this somehow. I don't really know. You know, this whole world, this whole universe, this whole lifetimes, everything is far more than any of us know, and there's no such thing as coincidences, and everything does happen for a reason. Some people be like, hodgepodge, you know, your souls didn't know you didn't come here to go rebirth your mom's soul. It's just ridiculous. It's like everything is a lot more connected, interconnected than you could possibly imagine. This stuff is real. So there's a manifestation of a new soul. She's not birthing a baby. She's birthing a reborn soul. It's really interesting. It's about female goddess energy, even the gift of a woman to even sort of have a magical way of healing. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to define it. Spirit guides are telling me to say what I saw. But women have a special way of touching men, even in order to somehow heal their hearts, or I don't know what the message was. I don't know how to define it, but women have something about the nurturing, loving, motherly way women just naturally are, is that energy reflection. It sort of touches people. It touches even partners, female touching partner, in order to release sort of pain or frustration or too much tension. Female energy, and how it has a way of healing just naturally through female energy, just naturally rebirths things. Females are birthers, as females are nurturers of newborn babies. So there's a reason for everything. There's some sort of message, very, very real, loving message about this. I'm just watching this take place. It is as if an orb of energy is coming out of what was the female womb. It's not a baby coming out, you know, a natural birth or whatever. It's sort of like a baby coming out of the female womb, a sparkling orb of energy. Asked me if I think that this is her mother, Carrie's mother reborn. And I'm saying I need to find out for sure. I just want to know. I just want to know more about this. I've never seen anything like this before. I just want to know more about this. There's something about... So as a human being, you know, I just saw this tyranny and stuff. It's like, okay, so all that chaos is just, Mother Snake just ingested it and now rebirthed her soul like that. That's it. Sometimes really shocking how quickly transformations can take place. But as a human being, things don't just work like that in our real world. So my human brain sort of like, I just don't buy it. I gotta just make sure. They're wanting to show me. So we see all these layers of chaos, right, in his mother's spiritual atmosphere. They're wanting me to see that is a reflection of who your mother was. That conjunction. It's sort of like eating a really rotten like McDonald's hamburger that's gonna give us all like salmonella and die. I don't know why, but her vibration is that like rotted out. Unfortunately, souls do get this way. They get sick. It's sort of like they get sickly. They just disconnected from the balance of unconditional love. How do they get themselves back? They need people. They need spiritual healers to help them. So that is all a reflection of how her soul had gotten to this point on this soul journey. I'm supposed to perceive this as a soul journey that came to this point where now we are able to effectively transform it. I'm not sure why, but I'm like, oh, holy smokes. Something really big is just something happened here. I can't, it's just, I'm going to need a minute. That was really unexpected. Oh my gosh, that was just a railing. They're talking about a soul journey. A soul journey that goes down one pathway and then, a pathway of love and nourishment and understanding balance. And then it takes a pathway where it gets derailed and undoes itself in order to be reborn again. And that rebirth is really as simple as a choice, or helping a soul to see the light, right? Helping the soul choose to get to that, helping the soul actually get to it. That's what Jesus did all the time. Like he wasn't here just to help heal human beings and help spread a higher vibration of wisdom, to transform the way people perceived relationships and love and interconnectedness. He helped souls transform in the light too. He released demons from people. He did this work, and he was very good at it. So that's why I really like working with Jesus in these, just so that I can be aligned with that vibration, because it's really important. But you can see how there's other souls too who are effective. All of us have the ability to do this work. We all do. It just takes you just learn how to do it. But part of learning how is just knowing that you have to trust that you're always safe. You just know, you feel that inside, and then you put your emotions on the back burner. The human emotions are for the human. The soul is infinite. The soul knows. So you let the soul be the active part. So there's something that's very difficult for me to see here. There's still a cloudiness as I'm trying to make sense. This orb is absolutely a reflection of your mother, but I'm not convinced. I need to just see more of this. I need to just grow beyond this whole image and just see that is her entirely now, because it's hard for me to just know for sure. All right, I'm growing this orb really big. I just need to see this. And then I'm placing it over the outline of your mother. I'm also going to go into the scene. The orb is lifting all this darker energy that was there. I saw the outline of your mother was covered in dark energy. This orb, which is literally an awesome sparkle ball, is entering into that dark sphere, and it's naturally just all the dark energy is just literally evaporating, and now I'm just seeing an orb of energy that is absolutely sparkling and beautiful. That is growing beyond all of this. It's wanting to even grow. I wasn't aware, but we were still inside that really deep space. And the orb is literally growing from really deep, and it's breaking all of this space up. It's like the head and the feet are going downward, and the head is going upward, even through that space where she's sort of creepy, and everything is changing really fast. This orb, this sort of sparkle thing, is growing into her reflection of a human being, and growing absolutely out of this body. Like literally, the body has no body's not even there anymore. There's just Sparkle Soul. Sparkle Soul just completely annihilated all of these layers of the darkness, and just grew beyond it. It just grew beyond it. They're saying that is rebirth. When you grow beyond what you once were, now you shed the skin, you show new skin. Now you are a reflection of some new version of the infinite, because of the journey your soul chose to take, to grow beyond it. I'm asking that she come in here and come and talk to you in this space. They're saying, is the mother healed? And I'm saying yes. I do not. I am as baffled as I am. I'm also not that baffled, because I do know how quickly demons can transform, but I didn't expect to see everything I saw with your mother, and I didn't expect to just go away that fast. And so she's actually coming into this living room space where you are, the dog's barking, and she's totally at peace. She's not bothered by the dogs at all. She's It's almost like she was in a coma. This whole life she was in, her consciousness was sort of in a dream state, and she wasn't able to even have a normal consciousness. It was just weird. I'm having this sparkle facade, which is your mother. She seems to know what to do. She's literally growing into the air of this whole place. She just wants to clean up the mess of this air. This is a real deal. Something about this, she's soaking up all of this energy that was a reflection of who she was. She's even wanting to do something in order to transform this menacing woman that you didn't want to look in the eye, or you just didn't want to be around her. She doesn't want that. As shocking as this is, Carrie, I know that you've been through a very long life of having to deal with a lot of chaos with her. So this is going to be, I can imagine it's sort of like, I just don't buy it. That's why I was sort of like, I just don't buy it either. But I can't not buy this. I can't try to see the dark side of her. I can't even see it now. I'm not even allowed to connect with it. I can't connect with it. I'm literally trying, right? Because I just can't believe it, because you can't believe it either. So I'm also connecting with some sort of wavelength. She's wanting to pull up the floorboards of this home and reveal something much darker underneath it all. There's something down here. Literally, let's just get rid of this, all the walls. She herself, your mother actually, is wanting to evaporate all the memories of the past that were so traumatic and so terrible. And there's to get stored in this dark layer where there's just sort of something down underneath the floorboards of the house. I'm literally supposed to dissolve this house and this feeling and this experience and just you trying to survive. That's all part of the past. Part of the past is we just dissolve the memory and let it be a part of the past. But she is choosing. She wants this to be dissolved. Oddly enough, she's like gonna guide us through how to heal you properly. Believe it or not, she is. So I'm just here with Jesus. Obviously, I'm still all about the X-Men and the A-Team and the if they're needed or whatever. But this is where we are at right now. We're lighting literally a purple match, and we're letting the match fall underneath the house, so all the walls of this living room and everything's just dissolved. All I see are literally like wood floorboards, which some of them pulled back, and there's a dark tar liquid down here, and there's some sort of body floating down here. There's nothing about, I don't know what this means, I guess. They're not specifically stating this is part of the healing. So there's a purple match. It's falling into this black tar space. There's something about colors here. It suddenly just got really vibrant. About lots of spiritual flames. Using all colors of spiritual flames. So things want to grow here. New things for you. Whole new things for you. Grow from the old, like something having to do with what is the past, growing from like actual seeds planted when you were very young, and these seeds are ready to just grow into whole new things for you right now in your life. So I'm just watching this. There's literally trees in this. There was a purple match, a red match, and a blue match went into this pool of liquid. And then now there's 3 trees growing here. Somehow the flames are also reflection of, sorry, my phone went off and it's distracting there. But somehow each one of these flames, violet, purple, this red flame, which is sort of love, passion, violet, sort of, this makes me think of like Reiki healing, red makes me think of Kundalini Reiki, purple Usui Reiki, and then blue is just I don't know how to define blue, but blue is really good with burning out tar energy and like old dead energies from the past and stuff like that. So spirit guides are helping me to define this. So purple, we're just going to say, so purple is the heart, right? Purple is this love energy. You even shared it that way yourself. Red is Abby's version of the highest vibration of love, passion, unconditional love, rebirth of soul, the gift of the snake, Kundalini Reiki. And this blue is just a reflection of healing the old, healing the negative, healing the black tar of the past, all the darkness of the past. Blue flame to heal all the darkness of the past. So each flame grows a tree for you, and each tree now is soaking up all of this stuff, so that it can grow into a tree of literally purple heart, Usui Reiki healing, rebirth of soul, red love, passion, energy, and blue is just a reflection of healing of the past. And then new things growing now. Something about new things growing. Even these trees are wanting to blossom their own flowers even. There's really a lot here. We're really upheavaling a lot here. And trees are getting massive. Each tree has a color, it even has like a bow on a branch or something. Like this is the purple one, this is the red, this is the blue. But it's not like a bow, it's like a flower or something. But they're growing up and out. So what was growing from the basement, there's sort of like a pool of black liquid down in there. So they're growing up from this basement and sucking up all this black liquid, and they're getting massive. And they're even lifting the ground with them. So there's not even a basement here anymore. There's not even a home or a foundation or a nothing. There's literally just massive land area of just these three massive, beautiful trees. And then Jesus, there's I. And then there's this rebirth of your mother's soul, which is this sparkly white. You can look through it, and then it has this sparkle effect to it. Sparkle is sort of yellow and blue and green. I'm supposed to think there's something about this. 3 little pigs, there's 3 trees here. There's something about this blue butterfly as well, sort of transforming all of the memories of the past through blue, the color blue even, this tree. There's some sort of interconnected link here. I'm supposed to go into this 3 Little Pigs book. We're talking about the big bad wolf too. But they outsmarted the wolf, you know. That smart pig did. The other pigs ran to the smart pig's house. There's something about the storyline as well. The reason why that book was chosen, specifically that book, not just any old 3 Little Pigs book, that 3 Little Pigs book, from when you were a very young girl. You're not showing me anything else about this time. I don't know why, but there's something big. There's something really big here. There's a lot more work to do. There's something that wants to come out of the ground here, to be released from your spiritual atmosphere. There's just a massive male energy just coming out of the ground here. And he's just massive, and he just wants to just go on his way. He just walk away from everything and leave this all behind. He just I mean, this to me is a reflection of your father. Sort of, he doesn't want connections. He doesn't want anybody. He just let him go on his way. But he's mopey. He's kind of sad. He just sort of didn't want to live. Didn't know how to really feel love, not normal love in his heart. Was not able to quite experience that. Let me see here about him. Like, he's wanting to walk away from us all, but I'm just like, no, you're not walking away. You're actually going to come here, and you're going to look at all of us, and we're going to talk this over. We're going to get this right. You can't just walk away from us. You're actually going to come here, and you're going to hang out here with us, and you're going to look at us. There's something about this. I'm actually inspired to bring your brother's soul into here too, because your father needs to, there's something here for your brother as well. He needs to see that your mother is quite a dazzling, transformed expression. I mean, I'm amazed. And this, your father is really hard to get him to turn around. Is really hard. There's something I just don't like about. He's sort of coming into the scene right now. I'm not seeing him in the spiritual way that I see when I do the journey healings. I'm actually seeing his soul sort of coming in from like a chair that you'd sit in to watch TV or something. Um, I'm just trying to make sense of this. Ugh, man, come on. There's some weird sexual thing with him as well. I'm like, spirit guys, please tell me you don't have to say what this is. He's just, he's just a man on a chair, and there's a woman coming, but he's not really looking at her. There's a sexual interaction between man and woman. I know you were really grossed out all the time by your dad, just the way that perverted way you just sort of would touch your mom, just randomly, and it just really grossed you out. There's some weird thing he had going on there too. Like, come on, do I really have to talk about this? There's something really gross about it. Because he can't engage in the sexual experience properly. He can't even look at his own wife. He wants to engage your experiences. I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about this, Carrie, because I know you're like, ew, yuck, gross. But there's something here. This is the only way it can effectively heal his echo. There's just something. The scene won't change yet. He's still sort of looking at me while simultaneously there's an interaction with another woman going on here. So, but he won't. He's just growing old and never paying attention to what is really important in life, which is creating a balance or a real. It's sort of like he doesn't know how to grow a bond with somebody that is natural, that actually is healthy for him. He can't quite grow his own seeds with another human being and then create an intertwining bond with other souls. It's kind of it's kind of sad that his soul is not capable in this lifetime of his, was not capable of understanding, learning how, or knowing how to literally create a bonds with other people in his life. He just couldn't figure out how you create emotional, natural connection with another human being. So your mom was kind of had that nutty thing going on. He has his own very nutty thing going on as well. But there's something like these souls were not balanced at all. They could not have possibly have been able to give you a nurturing life until the soul could learn how to overcome this dysfunction in the soul vibration itself. So the mother's soul literally has been on a journey that turned her into a real circus freak, chaos, wild thing going, weird, freaky, wild stuff going on in there. Only to finally get to a point, literally, yay, we reached the end of the soul journey. Now here's Mother Snake. She's going to digest your entire soul, rebirth your soul, and now you're a brand new sparkling expression. It's like, wow, is that quick, that easy? That's real. Your mother still feels amazing to me. I actually feel a loving feeling or bond or connectedness with your mother. Believe it or not, I actually do. Whereas before I was like, I don't like anything. That was freaky. She's on the rocking chair. I don't know what that thing is. Like, everything about that was just really creepy. And I can honestly, with all foundation sturdiness and truthfulness from my soul to your soul, she feels amazing right now. She feels like a manifestation of pure love. She's like a dazzling, sparkling angel with wings coming out. She could not have attained this without proper spiritual healing work. So the father, though, is still there's efforts being made, spiritual efforts being made in order to do this healing work here. There really is. He's getting up from the woman, and coming to me. He's fully clothed and there's nothing, and he's coming to me directly. Everything seems to be behind him. Even the woman's sort of like, ah, like kind of like that. Is he coming to me? I'm just trying to make sense of this. I don't really know what this is about. He really wants to release something. Almost like anger, even. He could never get it out right. Some sort of real massive dysfunction in how his emotions, his thoughts, and his body all communicated was just not connected at all. I mean, he was just not. If that was really sort of like you need to have the oneness, right? So you have an outline of a body that is a reflection of the mental. You have an outline of a body that is a reflection of the emotional. You have an outline of a body that is the physical. You have an outline of what is the soul. So you see these things as one, right? He would be like a body, okay? Over here in this little pocket is the emotions. Over here, this down over here is where, the thoughts are. And then, so it was just sort of discombobulated, like flibbertigibbity, just all over. It's not in the oneness with each other, not balanced or aligned with each other. And so I'm helping him to feel it, have feelings, have emotions, have a balanced body, spirit. As I'm looking at him, I'm seeing him with the outlines of a oneness, of all of these things in the oneness. So he can properly realize himself. So he can properly see himself. He's trying. He didn't quite pass on. It doesn't feel like Spirit said he passed on okay. But there's something like odd, confused state that usually only happens when the soul hasn't quite passed on yet. But they're saying he did. But the soul is sort of trying to make sense of it. It hasn't fully manifested yet. There's just a sensation of confusion in his soul right now. Like, why is this going on right now? I don't know why it's an infinite soul. For crying out loud, you should know what's going on, right? But somehow this soul fragment of your father from this lifetime is experiencing this healing work. So you have soul fragment that is a reflection of every single lifetime you've ever lived. So you have a spiritual healer go into this soul fragment of this lifetime and now heals this soul fragment. Now the soul totality is experiences a new flavor of reality, and it helps it. Your mother's definitely stemmed from something much far deeper and older. Your father's almost odd, like he had a weird biological thing that was creating this dysfunction, and just the way he was raised just didn't make. I mean, your mother was raised odd too, but your mother had some serious business going on in there, and I'm telling you that ran deep. Your father, I'm not seeing a deep thing going on here. I'm not even seeing a demon reflection. I'm literally just seeing what is a man whose body is sort of the DNA structure and the way he was brought up, and there's just some weird massive disconnect of his he was just totally out of balance, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, completely out of balance. So the soul fragment is still trying to create balance and understanding or awareness. So I'm asking Mother Snake to enter into this scene too, and she's showing me how man and wife, so they were their souls intertwined. So with your mother being healed, it is very appropriate for his soul, the soul totality, to be reborn. That way they can actually explore really joyful lifetimes together in balance with this expression of theirs. It was appropriate for this work to be done in this This is going to provide a lot of relief to you because of the sort of really noisy way you've experienced things. So he's morphing. I mean, his gut is like busting out, like it's made out of like jelly or air or something. It just looks really weird. His face is growing a double chin, but it's like sort of roar, like some eye that's growing bigger and smaller, and just his whole body is just sort of motion is sort of looking weird, sort of going in and out of restructuring itself. There's some completely unique pathway your dad's soul took. Mom's soul sort of went into a really dark, deep place, but his soul went sort of weird. There's like weird ticks on a track that inspired this sort of weirdness in him. There was, believe it or not, your mom and dad, their souls, it was a really appropriate relationship for them, believe it or not. You said that, they divorced right after you moved out. There was a real soul bond there, believe it or not. They're really helping me to understand that their souls are literally like soulmates. But because of their soul pathways, they got so deranged to get to this lifetime. To try to raise you and your brother properly was just... it was impossible for them. Your mother is amazing, feels amazing. I love the way she feels. I know it's probably hard for you to believe, but she really does feel amazing. She was quite weird, but she does not now. She's like all these notes that created chaos, just really found a way to harmonize, and they sound beautiful. She really is really beautiful reflection right now. The father, though, is still in a morphing way. I'm asking Mother Snake to show me what to do. I don't know why. She can do things that seem a little bit almost violent, but I don't, she's just such a force of energy. She's just sort of like busting. She's like, I've had enough of this. She's like busting down this whole room with the living room and this. I mean, it's just instantaneously she's on it for action. She's just busting, destroying all of this whole space with this force of energy. It's like intolerant or something. I don't, just sort of really, really forceful of energy, just blasting it. She's just sort of really like, building it between her two hands. And she's just so much energy is like massive electrical explosion through her fingers, and it's almost like rage, but it's not anger. It's just so much power. It's like so much power is gonna blow something up. And now she's taking all this energy and putting it around him as he's sort of like war, like all these weird ways. This whole room is just busted out, and just giant Mother Snake is like big red, is like filling your father with this like massive energy, explosive energy. She's holding him in an egg even of energy, and showing me that this energy is in sort of an egg shape, and then he's standing inside of it, and then it's filling him with all kinds of electrical energy. And the more electricity goes through his body, he's getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And now he's sort of turning into sort of becoming in oneness with this orb of energy and light. This is like really amazing what's going on right now. Something extremely beautiful just happened. I can't even explain it. Again, after your mother's thing, I got that weird freaky energy. This again is doing that to me too. I don't know what it is, but there's something really beautiful that just took place here. And I'm going to start feeling it's starting to get heavier and heavier in me. Okay. I just need a minute. Holy smokes. Your father is a glittering orb now, too. He's glittering with gold flecks of glitter. Your mother's she's really into this sort of greenish color, but it's not green, like, it's kind of a teal green with sort of a yellow, some yellow sparkles in there, and this green. this sort of like maybe a blue color, and they're sparkling. It's really pretty through a clear iridescent sort of. It's sort of I can see her form or her shape, but there's these sparkle lights that just kind of sparkle like that. And then your father is literally I can see through his form, and he has these sparkle lights of like gold shimmer sparkles. So he even is like they're kind of aligned with their sparkle shimmer shiny. Um, they're really happy. There's something else that's supposed to happen here. There's some joy that they're having an interaction with. It's like they want to merge together and balance with each other's souls because they've just been so out of balance for so long, and they're really happy right now. Um, I can't even see I only see their souls. I don't even see reflections of them as human beings or anything, just soul energies. So they're actually they're blending with each other. The souls are experiencing energy as they do this. It's sort of really beautiful. A really natural, soulmate loving thing they're sharing. Two souls, so two souls blend together and now they share each other's infinite universes. And something really beautiful happens. So this is really in balance and natural, where they could not create this in that life, in this life where they, came together and had two children, and they weren't, their souls needed this. This feels great. I'm even seeing it's sort of like two sheets just popped out of your spiritual atmosphere. I don't know. They just sort of went like this. They popped out really fast, like two tissues or something, and they just like in the sky. They're saying that they all right. So I have this beautiful thing going on over here with its two reborn souls that are just they're probably going to be just rejoicing for a while because they've been on a very long journey that's been sort of odd for their souls. And so they're just sort of in a rejoicing state. I'm supposed to surround them with a tunnel of white light so that way the white light can actually suck them into heaven, so they can be in heaven together, balance with the souls, balance with each other in this healing way. So Jesus is now like smiling. There's a real sign of real progress, like a real accomplishment here for this. And it's really thanks to you, Carrie, because if this would not have happened, this would have just been a chaos you would have dealt with for your whole life. You're actually going to find massive relief knowing this reality. There's a lot of work still that had to come out of your spiritual atmosphere. That had to. That was a big deal to get that out of your spiritual atmosphere. Was the biggest part of this job. Your spiritual atmosphere, it needs to get the noise out. Now, so, there's no scene anymore. It was just the three trees. There's no house. There's no you trying to come out of an orb. Your parents are now in the light, in the oneness with each other and actually in balance with each other's souls. They really are like soulmates. But you need the attention now. You need love and healing. You need help. I'm just bringing Mother Snake on the scene right now, and we'll just see what to do. I don't mean to God, but these energy changes, sometimes they just... Okay. She's literally creating a spiral that goes... So, you're an orb, okay? This orb here, you're a person inside of there. She's creating a spiral that goes up past your orb and a spiral that goes down here, too. So, down and then... So, you're sort of on a spindle, but it's up and down like that. But she's taking it and somehow squeezing, like wringing it out or something. So, I'm just watching her do this. We are moving you out of this orb into a whole new one. We had to squeeze you out of there, yes. There's something about this because your orb or your spiritual atmosphere is still collected with all this sort of dust from a lifetime of just too much noise and just nothing making any sense and just constant chaos. They really want you to focus on peace, breathing in peace, inhaling peace and healing. Supposed to focus on something here. Everything's gone quiet for a minute. Everything just stopped. There's nothing else happening right now. But my air conditioner did just turn on. Things are happening. There's something about that I need to I honestly that I need to stop there for a minute. So I'm just going to do that. That is all for right now. So I'm just gonna stop this for right now. I guess I don't know what they're not gonna show me anything else. They literally just turned off. They literally turned off my radio and everything. I'm not allowed to see or do any more work right now. So that's all for right now. We'll find out more. I'm not done with this, but we'll come back again. But I'm supposed to stop working on this right now. So Carrie, this is where we're at so far. Holy smokes, that was a big deal. Let's get that. Let's let that process here. We need to still focus on this psoriasis, ear infection, and birth defect. So we'll keep going. So this is all for right now. More to come. Okay.